All right, thank you very much, and welcome to our session on virtual connections and how we can connect families. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. So really this started as a collaboration. Virtual Connections is online sessions to support people with aphasia and their loved ones. It's a safe place with acceptance where they can practice conversations, and with that, it's really about ending the isolation. And in a second, I'll tell you a little bit more about myself and Bree. But I'm a caregiver and I know the isolation. I lived this nightmare and I felt so alone. I mean, so alone. So we really do need to end the isolation that families are feeling and people with aphasia. So in this session, you will learn about the free Zoom sessions for families, the collaborations that we're doing and volunteer teams. You'll hear from our participants. You'll learn how you can sign up, your clients or for yourself. If you are a rehab expert, you're going to learn how you could volunteer. You're going to find out how to find us on Facebook or email. So really, we believe that the success of this program has come through collaborations. So it's partly with Aphasia Recovery Connection, and I am the director and the founder, but really, my biggest role has always been mom. My son had a stroke when he was 10. He was globally aphasic. We did speech therapy for 15 years. Ending the isolation is absolutely critical. So we started a nonprofit in 2013, and our mission really is to end the isolation of aphasia. And Dr. Bree is on our advisory board, and she's going to share a little bit about Lingraphica because they are our main partners, and then we're going to jump right into the program.
Mm-hmm. So I have been with Lingraphica for 9 years. I'm their customer experience and engagement manager. I run our program that is all about training the families and the communication partners of individuals who use our technology, our apps, etc. And I am now the primary person that is leading and running Virtual Connections. I do all of our programming and scheduling, as well as managing our volunteers and onboarding them. And just a little bit about Lingraphica, for those of you who don't know about us. We have been around for 30 years, and we provide a variety of solutions, technology, communication, training, educational resources for people and families living with aphasia, as well as SLPs and other professionals. So the coolest thing that has come from Virtual Connection so far is the collaboration piece. It started with, me and Carol, and, and it has turned into now 60 plus volunteers that are helping us run this program. And the people who make up these volunteers are from aphasia centers, universities. We have music therapists, social workers, rehab experts, and we also have people internationally. So of course we have people from all across the States. We also have from SLPs and professionals from Canada, Italy, South Africa, Australia, just to name a few. So when we started this, we began this the middle of March when COVID hit, and we started out saying, hey, wouldn't it be great if we could offer a free virtual session for people with aphasia all across the world. And we quickly realized that there was a huge need for this, and that soon turned into 2 sessions every single day of the week. And that's what we've been doing now for the past couple of months. So on the right there, you can see one of our graphics, our calendars, and we do currently provide a minimum of 14 free sessions a week. They are conversation groups, we have game groups, we have at least 2 caregiver sessions a week. We have a ton of music sessions. That's a really popular one. We also do interviews with people like Dr. Audrey Holland and other experts in the field. And we are starting to incorporate some sessions led by people with aphasia. You can actually see one this week. We have a gentleman with aphasia who took up adaptive golf after his stroke. And so he's doing a session on that. And this number here is pretty amazing. 155 is the number of sessions that we've provided since the middle of March. So that's pretty great. And then the other thing that we're working on right now is forming clubs. Right now, all of our sessions are open to many, many people. We want to start having some sessions called clubs that are more closed, where we can start building little communities. Myself and Ellen Bernstein Ellis, mostly Ellen, I just help her, have a book club that meets every week. And that has been really great. It's the same people. They really have built great relationships. And so we want to do more groups that are those closed groups with the same people every session. So what do our sessions look like? Our sessions run anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes. It really depends on the content and the facilitator. The one thing that is really different about us is our sessions are pretty large. We've had sessions, I would say mostly our sessions are about 15 to 20 people with aphasia every session. And we've had as many as 60. We do educational sessions as well. And those are more kind of like lectures or webinars with some discussion, and those we tend to open up to more. But every session is going to have one facilitator that's going to be a speech therapist, music therapist, a professional, and then also a co-facilitator to help support the group. And so our mission originally was to reach as many people as we could. We knew a lot of people were feeling isolation, especially with COVID. And so we didn't know how many we would actually reach. But to date, we have reached over 800 families with aphasia who have come to our registration page and signed up for sessions. We've had participants from all 50 states and from over 30 countries across the globe. And one of the new sessions we've added are Spanish-speaking sessions, sessions for Spanish speakers, because we are having more requests for those. So this began because of COVID. That's kind of where this idea came from. And we kind of have been thinking of it as the silver lining. And even though this was brought upon by COVID, this is a program that is going to continue on for as long as people need us and want to come to our sessions. So now we just have some slides. We had sent out some surveys to our participants who very kindly sent us feedback and quotes, and so we're going to share some of those with you now.
So I'm really excited because based on Project Bridge, you always bring the voice of those we serve into our presentations and into what we do. So we wanted to be sure that their voices were heard. So really the program helps end the isolation. I'm just going to read some of it. Someone wrote, "I have felt so alone and isolated. It's nice to be with people that are like me." And someone else just gave us a one word, which was alive.
The other thing we really promote is that this is a safe place for people to come and share and be themselves, and that they know they will have support. And so one quote from an individual was, "I felt welcome, comfortable, and not judged in any way, no matter my ability."
It's also very engaging. Our facilitators are great at engaging great content and keeping fun sessions. And we have a variety of sessions. And one of the caregivers wrote, "I have seen remarkable changes since my wife started the book club. Love what's happening."
And of course, with everything we do, we are always thinking about LPAA. And this was also from a caregiver. "I was unable to stop weeping of joy and captured the last bit of my wife's participation in the VC session. The sound of aphasia voices raised in song must be one of the sweetest we get to hear in the din and rabble of the world."
And finally, acceptance. And I think we all like to be accepted. And can you imagine having aphasia and the isolation that they live with? Someone wrote, "This is the first time I joined, but it won't be my last. It was wonderful to feel included and to receive encouragement to chat at my own pace and within my limitations." So we have a very short session, so we want to jump right into what are the action steps. Well, I hope that you all agree that ending the isolation is absolutely critical for people living, because it's not just the language loss, it's the loss of friends, the loss of community, the loss of jobs, the loss of identity. And so we really want to encourage speech therapists to connect their clients and families with this free programming. We also, if you are a rehab professional, would encourage you to volunteer with us.
So if you have clients or families that you think would be interested, this is the link you would provide them with. Excuse me. We have a registration page that they go to weekly. It has that nice, beautiful calendar graphic for them, and they choose which sessions they want to go to, and then they attend those weekly. We're also always, even though we have 60 volunteers, we are serving a lot of people, and we hope to continue to grow. So we're always looking for volunteers. If you'd like to volunteer or just want more information, you can reach us at virtualconnectionsforaphasia@gmail.com.
So speaking as a caregiver and having been on these calls and watched the impact of people with aphasia getting to practice their speech in a safe environment, feel accepted, hear the laughter, hear the singing, and watch them show up week after week and start to really create community. And it's not just the speech therapists that are supporting our people. It's really great when you see people with aphasia supporting people with aphasia. So please help us end the isolation of aphasia. So we also just today opened up our Facebook group. So if you didn't write down those numbers or the email or how to get a hold of us, most likely you can remember Facebook, Virtual Connections for Aphasia. And we will have this presentation also there so that you can share it with your clients, you can watch it again. And with that, I will turn it back to Bree to see if there's anything else that she would like to add. But we so appreciate Aphasia Access taking the time to really share all kinds of content with us today. It's been really exciting to watch.
Yeah, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to, we have a lot of our volunteers here, it looks like, and also a lot of our VCers, our VC participants. So thank you guys so much for your support. We couldn't do any of this without you. Thank you.